thanks for staying with us. Now, what started out as a cooking challenge amongst neighbours and friends in a Johannesburg complex during lockdown gave rise to a booming cookie business. The venture has been a long-time dream for Kabelo Molepo and lots of fun for their 4-year-old son, Leano. Now, Molepo and his partner, Louw, join us now from Marshalltown in Johannesburg to tell us their story and the start of Daddy Bay's Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Poppy and Kabelo, bright and early, while the 4-year-old still sleeps, we believe. Now, I was quite intrigued by your story, and specifically the name of your business as well, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Tell us how all of this started in the middle of lockdown.
Sure. So, like you said, we had a cooking competition with our friends who live on the 4th floor of our apartment building. And Kabelo's menu, his dessert were the chopped chip cookies. While he was preparing them, of course, I had a taste. And one of the things that I said to him was that these cookies are so amazing, you can actually sell them. He didn't believe me at first, much like many other times. But then when our friends were around and they tasted them, they also said the same thing, that they were so good. And I asked them, do you not think that we could sell them? And they said, definitely. So we started out with the convenience shop downstairs. Muhammad Ali, who is the owner of the convenience shop, he allowed us to sell there without a markup or any shelf space. And literally every 2 days we sell out. Every 2 days. Even now we actually owe him stock. But basically that's how it all started. Kabelo's always just had a passion for cooking, and this was a great opportunity for him.
Now, Kabelo, let's talk about that passion for cooking. Where did that all start for you?
Well, it started with my grandmother predominantly, who raised myself and a couple of my cousins in Kimberley. I saw her one day kneading dough, trying to make vetkoeks and dumpling, and I asked her, "What are you making?" Which looked like an alien baby to me. And from then on, it just went on a massive roller coaster of learning and finding new recipes and discovering myself in the process.
Now, you obviously have been making these cookies for some time, but only for somebody to plant the seed that actually you could make a business of it. Now, lockdown didn't start very well for you and your family. In fact, the year didn't start very well because I believe that you had lost your job even before lockdown had started. That must have made the mental space very difficult for your family heading into lockdown. Did you find solace in the kitchen?
Well, yes, yes and no. But yes, coming into the kitchen helped me deal with walking away from the job that I had before the lockdown began. I think from there, that's when really the idea was started. I've always been in the kitchen. The kitchen is my space, so why not utilize it in a more positive and a meaningful way?
Now, Kabelo, you have said that you're very happy with the fact that Kabelo takes the lead in the kitchen. You work in the political realm. You work in an office and you come home and the meal has been made. Your son has been taken care of. There's all of that that's taken place. How has this business affected your family life and your relationship? Because I believe a lot of the business is being run out of your home now.
Yes, so we basically run a bakery in a 6-by-4 meter square apartment, actually a kitchen, the kitchen living area, which can be very overwhelming. Like yesterday, I had 2 hours of sleep. I had to sit and package over 500 cookies, and I was fortunate enough that I made it. I made the deliveries. I was able to make everything on time. But I think at the end of the day, the most rewarding thing is seeing the faces of our clients and how happy they are when they receive our packages. But also just I've also been able to pick up on our child's agitation a little bit. So we had to draw up a schedule because we can't be stuck with him in the flat all the time. So we tried to spend at least an hour on the rooftop where there's an AstroTurf, where we tried to give him some breathing space because he's a very active child.
Well, he's 4 years old.
In an apartment building, yeah.
Most 4-year-olds are quite active.
Building isn't helping.
Yes, indeed. Now, Kabelo, I'm intrigued by these cookies because some people will say a biscuit is a biscuit, a cookie is a cookie. What's the secret to your little biscuit success there? What's the secret ingredient? Are you able to tell us?
Well, I can tell you the effects of the secret ingredient. Well, the way I make the cookies is that the secret ingredient allows them to be crunchy on the outside and semi-chewy on in the middle. That's usually the biggest difference. It's just a cookie that is really an amalgamation of different recipes that I have seen on the internet from my grandmother, my aunt, and I mixed all of those together and added that little kick that is my secret ingredient.
Okay, we're going to let you keep your secret. Just before I let you go, maybe from both of your sides, I'm sure, you know, it's been a short space of time that you've been able to get this business going. But, I mean, you've got all the packaging, you've got the look for it, you've got some business going in Kimberley as well as in Johannesburg as well. Kabelo, let's start with you. Dreams and aspirations from here for Daddy Bay's Kitchen?
Right now, we're looking at trying to get some fundings to get a bigger space and more ovens so we can actually increase production. However, the long-term goal is to open a diner-style roadhouse restaurant at some point in the near future, hopefully, where I can actually just cook all the recipes that I've been doing all my life that are all mostly comfort food and fun food, and have a boutique bakery one day, hopefully.
Fantastic. Now, Poppy, from you, I mean, we know from speaking to entrepreneurs, not just during lockdown, before that as well, success does not come overnight. In fact, like you just said, sometimes it happens while working through the night, while keeping your day job. How do you share in those dreams and aspirations? Because it certainly will not be easy.
Yes, no, I realized yesterday that I may have bitten a lot more than I can chew. But Kabelo really makes it so much easier because I know that he will produce. I think 2 days ago, actually, I was so panicked about meeting our orders that I made him overbake by over 150 cookies. I was apologizing the whole day, But at least now we're ahead because we're going to Kimberley this coming weekend. We're going to take the cookies to Kimberley, and then we've just decided. Actually, we're going to be launching the cookies in Durban as well on the weekend of the 24th of September. So the people in Durban can look out for Daddy Bay's Kitchen. We'll be bringing the cookies that side.
Daddy Bay's Kitchen's cookies going to Kimberley and to Durban. It sounds like a franchise to me. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Daddy Bay's Kitchen founders Kabelo Molepo, as well as his partner Poppy Louw, and their 4-year-old son Leano, hopefully is still sleeping and we didn't wake him up. We wish them everything of the best with their business going forward.